Hello everyone, welcome back to GCloudUp. Have you ever wondered where do Salesforce developer write a code? Why should not we directly test in production? What is the difference between standard and custom object? And what are setup and non-setup object? These are some of the most frequently asked Salesforce interview questions. In this video, we will learn all three topics with real-time example. Let's get started. This is episode 5 of our Salesforce Pressure Roadmap series. In today's video, we will cover three important Salesforce concepts, that is Salesforce environment, standard object versus custom object, setup and non-setup objects. Let's begin. Salesforce environment. What is Salesforce environment? A Salesforce environment is simply a place where you work with Salesforce. Different environments serve different purposes. That's why there are three most common environments available, that is production org. So what is production org? Production is the live environment. So this is where actually business users work every day. It contains real customer data, real business processes, live applications. Since it is a live system, developers should avoid testing directly in the production environment. Second, that is sandbox. A sandbox is a copy of your production org. Developers uses Sandbox for development, testing, bug fixes, user acceptance testing. Changes are first tested in a sandbox and then deployed to production. Think of Sandbox as a practice ground where mistakes are acceptable. And third one is a developer edition. So developer edition is a free Salesforce environment. It is mainly used by student, freshers, developers learning Salesforce. You can practice Apex, LWC, Flow, and build project without affecting any real business data. So let's take one real-time example. Imagine you are developing a banking application. Would you test new code directly on customer bank accounts? Absolutely not, because you need to create a first test everything in a safe environment. The same applies in a Salesforce. Developers build and test in a sandbox, then deploy to production. So let's discuss about standard object and custom object. Now let's understand objects. An object is a similar to a table in a database. Salesforce provide two types of objects. One is a standard object and second one is a custom object. So let's check what is the standard object. Standard objects are already created by a Salesforce. Example includes account, contact, lead, opportunity, case, campaign. These objects cover common CRM business needs. So this is already created by Salesforce. And let's check custom object. So what is custom object? Custom objects are created by us according to business requirement. For example, hospital, patient, appointment, invoice, employee, student, project. These objects does not exist by default. We create them whenever standard object cannot meet business requirement. So let's take a real-time example for standard object and custom object. Imagine you are developing a hospital management system. Salesforce does not provide a patient object by default. So you will create patient object, doctor object, appointment, prescription. These are some custom objects which is not already delivered by Salesforce or not created by Salesforce. So you just need to create this custom object as per our requirement. So let's have like quick comparison between standard object and custom object. So standard object created by Salesforce, available in every org. Common CRM functionality like custom object created by developers or admins based on business requirement, and it is a fully customizable. So let's check third one, setup versus non-setup object. So this is a very important for interview. Setup object are used to configure Salesforce. Example, user, profile, permission set, role, queue, group. customer data, territory. These objects control security and application configuration. Non-setup object. Non-setup object store business data. Example, account, contact, opportunity, case, lead, custom objects. These objects contains customer and business information. So let's take one real-time example for setup and non-setup object. Suppose you create a new employee. First, you need to create a user. User is a setup object. Then the employee creates an account. Account is a non-setup object. This separation is important because Salesforce applies special transaction rules when setup and non-setup objects are modified together. That is mixed DML exception. So, summary of today's session, what we learned today. So today we learn production environment, sandbox environment, developer edition, standard object, custom object, setup object, non-setup object. These concepts are very important for Salesforce interviews and foundation for every Salesforce admin and developers. If you found this video helpful, like this video, comment below which Salesforce environment have you used so far, production, sandbox or developer edition. Share this video with your friends who are learning Salesforce and subscribe to GCloudUp for more Salesforce tutorial, interview preparation and real projects and certification guidance as well. So in the next episode, we will learn what is Salesforce field and different types of field available in a Salesforce. Another essential topic for every Salesforce professional. Thank you for watching and we will see you in a next episode.